What's a Southern girl? It's waking up before the sun rises. It's raising a farm, growing a garden, and cooking a home-cooked meal. It's loving the simple things in life like the dirt roads that lead you home. It's working hard to get what you want. It's hanging your own stands, breaking your own ground, and strategizing every little move for that one moment when everything you've worked for is standing right in front of you. Even if I fail a million times, I keep pushing myself till I'm exhausted, filthy, and about to give up. And that's when the adrenaline hits.
Oh, I'm so happy. It is freezing. It's like, what, are we at 19 degrees now out here? 15 degrees? Absolutely brutal hunt, but worked out perfect. I self-filmed it, and I'm just so happy to be tagged out. It's been just a couple of days that the season opened, and I've been hunting really hard. I actually hunted Kansas 12 days in a row before I came here, and so I was really hoping to have some luck, and we made it happen this morning. I love hog hunting, so when I got invited to come down to Texas and help trap some hogs and do a little bit of hunting, I did not hesitate to load up my truck and head south. We had about an 8.5-hour drive and only 24 hours to hunt, so it was gonna be a quick trip, but I was hoping we could get lucky and bring back some bacon. We got in pretty late, but we didn't want to waste any time, and in Texas, you're allowed to use spotlights or night vision to hunt hogs since they are such a nuisance there, and as long as you're on private property. So we decided, let's pull an all-nighter and see if we can't try and get some hogs down tonight. We loaded up all of our gear, jumped in the truck with our guide, and headed over to one of the properties. As we made our way further into this property, we had stopped at a fence line. We were sitting there kind of trying to get together a game plan, figure out what our next move would be. And I heard something that sounded like it was out in this open field a couple hundred yards behind us, but we could not get our spotlight on it, and I couldn't see it in my scope. So we decided, let's try to move in a little bit closer and see if we can't figure out what we're hearing.
I just heard. You know what? I just heard.
These pigs were literally hanging out in a field with these cows, and there was absolutely no way that I was going to be able to get a shot if the cows were anywhere in the picture. It was way too risky, so we knew these pigs were going to have to somehow move for me to be able to get a shot.
This segment's been brought to you by Blackbriar, specializing in weapons manufacturing, design, and modification. Veteran-owned and operated. Learn more at blackbriarnv.com. And by Zennick.
Range 54 is located at 5725 East Kellogg Drive in Wichita, Kansas. We offer a huge selection of pistols, rifles, and shotguns. We also offer the very best in targeting systems and training facilities anywhere in the state. Our classes include a women's basic pistol class taught by women. Our mission is to develop responsible gun owners by providing ongoing training in a dynamic and safe venue. Stop by and see us today or check us out online at range54.com.
At Blackbriar, we offer the most reliable, customized firearms available. We take the time to understand your mission requirements, offer suggestions, and determine your maintenance and training needs. Blackbriar is different from other manufacturers because we don't want to just sell weapons and weapons accessories. Our commitment doesn't end after the sales transaction is complete. At Blackbriar, your mission will become our mission. Learn more at blackbriarnv.com.
This segment's brought to you by Countryside Motors in Wellington, your local Chevrolet, Hustler, and Polaris dealer. And by Mr. Heater.
Once we grab the other spotlight out of the truck and get the light back up, these pigs take off towards this pond, and I cannot find them in my scope.
See, that light behind me glares in my scope. It's like I can't see in my scope with it.
We spend the rest of the night driving around looking for pigs on their properties, and we don't see anything. I think we had kind of made our presence known and they had scattered overnight. So we decided at morning, let's sit and post up on top of this hill that was overlooking a feeder that they call the Love Shack, in hopes that these pigs were going to come in and feed on this feeder that morning. They had been coming in several mornings throughout the week, so at this point it's just a waiting game. We're just exhausted at this point. We hadn't had any sleep, we weren't seeing any pigs, and we knew we had a long drive home, so we decided, you know what, let's pack up, let's go get this trap set so we can get on the road.
Let me pull this one out.
Pull it up a little bit. Right down a little bit. Right there. 1-0. Okay.
I'm out on top and not on bottom.
That's fine. We're ready to
Spread it out.
When we made it over to the hog trap, the temperatures had just skyrocketed. It was a scorcher, but we had a lot of work to do. We had to get this trap set up. We had to get the saloon doors put on. We had to get a tripwire set and get the whole thing baited so that way it was ready to go when we left, and hopefully they were going to trap some hogs.
Sorry. Let me get the other one out. Okay, but you can push down on this end, I think.
Here. Yeah, I think switching it pretty good now.
How did I get it up?
You gotta have guns.
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 Guns. Good.
Let me show Glenn how it's really done.
That's not me. I think that's good. You don't need it, do you, Glenn? Oh, do you want it?
Yeah.
We're just gonna get this tripwire set here. Test it out, make sure it's working right. go. Can't wait to check this out tonight. That's gonna be full of hogs, huh?
It took us a while, but we got the trap walls up, we got the saloon doors put in, got the trip wires set, got the whole thing baited, and it was ready for action.
This segment's brought to you by Evolution Outdoor. Learn more at evolutionoutdoordesign.com and by Nose Jammer.
Come on out to the country. Countryside Motors in Wellington. We're the largest Chevy, Buick, Polaris, and Hustler dealer in the area. Come on out to the country for low pressure and low prices. Check out our inventory online at countrysidemotors.net. We've got it all. Cars, trucks, and SUVs, new and used, ATVs, side-by-sides, and industry-leading Hustler mowers. We also offer certified service for all brands we carry. Come on out to the country. Countryside Motors in Wellington.
We buy used sports equipment. Right now, we'll pick up your exercise equipment and pay you on the spot. We're buying treadmills, ellipticals. We're buying stationary bikes and weights. Call us now at 729-0300 for a quote. We'll come to you, pick it up, and pay you right on the spot. Play It Again Sports at the corner of Central and Tyler.
Play it again, sports!
This segment has been brought to you by Tall Tines Taxidermy and by Bow Dagger, standing up for your bow.
I had plans to come back down to Texas here in a few weeks once the temperatures had started to drop, and this time I was coming with my bow and I was coming for revenge. I headed out to my stand really early that morning. I wanted to make sure I beat the pigs to that feeder. Once the sun started coming up, we had a ton of activity at that spot. We had a couple does come in, some fawns, and then all of a sudden, here came a big group of pigs. These pigs were just moving around all over the place, and I really needed one of these pigs to be at that pile of attractant we had put out so that I could get a good clean shot. completely missed this pig. I mean, I shot right over her back. Luckily, the pigs really didn't realize what had gone on and ended up hanging around and came back in, and before you know it, I had another pig right where I wanted it and I was able to make another shot. Finally, one of the sows came back in and I took a shot.
This segment has been brought to you by Mr. Heater, and by Carbon Express Arrows.
If you're looking to buy or sell that perfect piece of land, contact the Jeff Blueball Real Estate Team with Keller Williams Hometown Partners. Whether it's just tillable farm ground, a riverway, or hunting ground in an area for producing monster whitetails, we can find the property to fit your outdoor needs. Visit their website today to sign up for the hot property leads at jeffblueball.com or contact him directly at 316-640-0656.
Range 54 is located at 5725 East Kellogg Drive in Wichita, Kansas. We offer a huge selection of pistols, rifles, and shotguns. We also offer the very best in targeting systems and training facilities anywhere in the state. Our classes include a women's basic pistol class taught by women. Our mission is to develop responsible gun owners by providing ongoing training in a dynamic and safe venue. Stop by and see us today or check us out online at range54.com.
This segment is brought to you by Vanguard. Cutting edge products made for your hunt. And by Muck Boot Company.
We tracked this pig for a while and ended up coming up to a dead end where he had crossed over a fence onto a property that we didn't have access to or permission to be on, and we weren't able to get a hold of the landowner, so we just had to chalk this one up as a loss. Even though wild hogs are invasive and very destructive, anytime I shoot something, I do my best in whatever I can to try and recover it. The next morning we decided we'd hunt a different spot, and we put out some more of the attractant because in Texas they don't have the food sources like we have here in Oklahoma. So a lot of the times if you put out a really good attractant, there's a good chance you're going to get some hogs to come into it. Finally, I spot a black hog and he is headed our way, but once he comes in, he decides that he is going to play hardball. This hog just would not give me a shot. He was moving back and forth between these trees and this little pile of brush, and from my view, I had no way of getting a shot on him. He eventually makes a mistake, steps out from behind the tree, and I let it fly. Once we climbed down from the stand that morning and go after this hog, I could tell my cameraman was up to something. He was being pretty ornery, but I was determined I could find this pig on my own, and I thought I knew exactly the direction he had gone.
I think he kind of went up that way. I don't think he really went uphill because he has to be hurting, but I don't think he could go far.
Little did I know, he knew exactly where this pig was the entire time.
That Carl should be dead right now.
Look right. You might want to look right there for blood.
What is the joke here? What is going on?
We're looking for a hog.
Okay, well then, what do you know that I don't?
What these hogs do when they get shot.
Okay, so what do?
They run off of that tree.
Oh shoot, we walked right past it. You're such a jerk. So would you see him when we were walking back?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I may not have shot the biggest hog this time, and that's okay, but we got 2 more out of there, and we're just gonna keep picking them off one by one.
It's donezo. We didn't get the buck we were after, but we got rid of another hog, which is a good day. Hang on. Ah! There's cactus in my butt.